It's a lot of work when you're doing by seed. Folks, I'm going to take you into the greenhouse today, show you what we have for plants that I started from seed. It's quite spectacular this year, and I'm really needing to get a lot of this stuff into the ground, like today and tomorrow. I was going to be waiting until the new moon in June, but you will see that some of this stuff just needs to be either up-potted or put into the ground. So let's take a tour. So a lot of it was started several months back. For most of my seeds, I start them by soaking them, and then I put them into wet napkins and into baggies. This is mostly for the early start stuff. They then get put into seed trays, and they go into the greenhouse, which is also inside my grow tent. So that's the best way that I've found to do the early starts for the peppers and tomatoes. And some of them stuff was just planted recently. And so I have a good mix of perennials, vegetables, flowers, squash, everything, some tobacco. So starting from over here, I had a little bit of a pepper issue where I had an instance of overwatering. Okay, so one mistake that I made, when you're bottom watering, you're only gonna want to allow your stuff to uptake the water and then drain the rest of it, because what happens is you overwater. So you can see here my habanero is damaged because of overwatering, and I lost a bunch of other peppers too. I'm super bummed, but it's okay. I got some more backups right there, and some of these have to be up-potted today. I got work to do, but yeah, bummer. So another option too, because these plants are still quite small and you don't need to really up-pot them. This is too wet, so what you can do is lift these out, get some drier soil, drier compost in at the bottom, so that there's not so much moisture around the roots, and then you avoid that overwatering factor where all of your leaves turn like silvery. I don't know if you can see that, silvery leaf from overwatering. So that's what I'm doing right now with a bunch of peppers. Footage of our chicks in with the tulips. Tinky over there with the house cat. And then I will show you what I had to do to save the peppers. So I have Nan's Sweet, doing good, doing pretty good here. These are one of the ones that I would have started way sooner. I don't have the dates on. Habaneros, Nan's Red, I got water these. Orange peppers. This should not be in there. Must be a mystery tomato. P&J's Scotch bonnets. Nan's Cayenne. Aleppo pepper. Nan's Sweet. So some of the peppers popped later than others, so that's why they're going to be super tiny. Over here, we got more habanero. You see, they sustained some overwatering damage. That's what happens. So I'm hoping that they're going to be alright. This one here I just got potted today. This is a Moon and Stars watermelon. I like these little peat cups because they grow the roots right out the bottom, and for a lot of particular plants, they don't like to be transplanted, so you avoid that potential failure when you go to plant it into the ground. And then here I have a whole bunch of Brussels sprouts, Catskill Brussels sprouts, Long Island Brussels sprouts. These guys are big, they want to go into the ground. Green pepper here, cayenne pepper. What's this one? Cayenne pepper, kind of looking funny. La Bomba, jalapeno. Look at it, it's already got little fruit. So I want to pluck those fruit off because I want the energy to go into the roots when I get this into soil. So this is one that I want to be planting very soon. What's this? Joe Long Cayenne. Joe Long Cayenne, Joe Long Cayenne. Back here, we got Yes to Yellows. John sent a mystery hot pepper that I got online. Green pepper. Tessa's Marconi's. More Tessa's Marconi. Red bell pepper. Joe Long's. Burrito peppers. Scotch bonnet peppers. All in this row here. Some are from P&J, Paul and Jason. John's Yes to Yellow peppers. green bell pepper, Urban's bell pepper, and another Scotchy. Back here, this is all cabbage and Brussels sprouts, golden acre cabbage. A little bit of watering I need to do back here. Here's Jay's Cushaw squash, yellow watermelon, yellow watermelon, yellow watermelon, sugar baby watermelon. This is a coq gazelle striped zucchini. This is all from seed, folks. It's a lot of work when you're doing by seed. Sugar baby watermelon, dark green zucchini, a loofah sponge gourd, white bush scallop, another loofah sponge gourd. That's a new one for me this year. Very exciting. Green zucchini. See, this one needs to go into the ground today. Green zucchini, another one. Haley's best melon. Not too many of those seeds popped for me. I'll get to that later. Honeydew, melon, yellow watermelon, and honeydew. Over here, this is zucchini. That cannot be zucchini. Uh-oh. To me, it looks like it is, I want to say hollyhock. More Brussels sprouts, Anaheim chili pepper, Nan's cayenne pepper, orange pepper, Nan's cayenne again, daisy gourd. Those are seeds from Rich and Holly. Mini harvest pumpkin that they also sent. Mini harvest, mini harvest. This one needs some water. Nan's mystery squash. Nan's mystery squash again. And what's this? Nan's mystery. Back here, Nan's mystery again. Those ones are doing beautiful. Nan's winter squash. And you have to tell me if it is a spaghetti squash. Nan's winter, Nan's winter. What are these guys back here? So, M's Hubbard squash. Look at the roots, and it hasn't even emerged from the, hasn't even popped the seed shell off. Holy smokes. M's Hubbard. A Hopi squash. This one I'm sure needs to be put into the ground. Don't even have holes in the bottom. Bad, bad, bad. These were the first ones that I started back here. So anyone who sent me seeds, I was committed to starting off those seeds first. M's Chadwick cherry, lemon boy. Those were from OP from last year. Lemon boy, green zebra tomato. Who sent this one? So I started these March 31st. So it gives you an idea of how long it takes to get a plant this size. Because right now, we are at the end of May. Big Mama Hybrid, Start Rollois, Mortgage Lifter, another Lemon Boy, and it looks like there's a pepper growing in with it. Yep, Mystery Pepper, Start Rollois, Tutti Frutti, Mortgage Lifter, Mortgage, Tobacco. This is a Daisy Gourd. In here I have all organic cukes and pickle bush plants. So those are looking pretty good. Some of them you can see didn't take. No big deal. Just get those out of there. Back here I started hollyhocks way too early. You can see they get straggly, and so I got to get these into the ground today. Echinacea from seed. I'd like for the echinacea to get a little bit larger before I plant it outside. Urban's bell pepper. I got a lupin coming over here. And yes to yellow peppers. Columbine is another one. I'd almost prefer to direct sow the columbine because it's such a tiny seed. Okay, back in here we got green zebra, Dad's sunset. And when you're tinkering around in here, you gotta be careful of the stems. Amethyst cream, Sart Rollois again, orange jazz. This is purple bumblebee. Back here, this taller one, it's Iris's yellow pear, tomato, another one, Big Mama Hybrid, Dad's sunset, amethyst cream. Back there, I got pearl milkweed that looks like it's finally starting to come up, cardinal climber, morning glories that have to get into the ground today. Zinnias, chrysanthemums, torch tithonia, yellow and purple annuals, M's arnica, M's fenugreek, calendula, and milk thistle. Look at how much it looks like a cucumber plant. Crazy. Over here, these are ones that I started first off. Chadwick cherry again, amethyst cream at the back, old German, amethyst cream. Sicilian saucer was one that I did buy online from Etsy. Those seem to be doing good, and they're supposed to grow as big as a mortgage lifter tomato, so I'm really excited for those. Chadwick cherry, old German back here, mortgage lifter, tutti frutti, lemon boy, Chadwick, hollyhocks, Dr. Weitch's yellow, lemon boy, yellow pear cherry. So a lot of these are cherry tomato plants. Yellow bumblebee, purple bumblebee, yellow, purple, yellow, Sicilian saucer, green zebra, lemon boy, lemon, and my tags got screwed up because the pugs like to grab them. I have this for question mark. I think this was the black crim. Black crim right next to it, looking good. And these are ground cherries that I grew from seed, so it's a beautiful little fruit. And I will have some seeds up for sale once my harvest from this year is done for ground cherry plants, for ground cherry seeds. Hollyhock ground cherry, hollyhock, echinacea back there. Something happened back here with this calendula. I'm hoping it'll survive. Just got to probably trim it up a little bit. Calendula, this stuff is looking good here, and this is all celery. Celery from seed, little tiny seed. So I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna wait until they're a bit bigger, probably up pot them today, and get them in the ground when they're a little bit larger in about a week and a half. Over here, Thumbirgina vine is not doing anything. Neither is the dahlia from seed. Cosmos are looking good. Nasturtium, dwarf calendula, same with that. Scotch kale, these all have to go into individual pots. Blue lupins, finally starting to come up. I had lost a whole bunch of my lupin plants, so I think it's another one that doesn't really like transplant. Borage, Spilanthes, the toothache plant, that is doing really well, and nothing yet for the soapwort. Up here is mortgage lifter, mortgage, amethyst cream, lemon boy, and from seed, one little astilbe. This whole pot I had seeds in, and only one made it. And some yellow raspberries from seed. Nothing for the Roman chamomile, and I'm not seeing anything in this for astilbe. This is yellow raspberries as well, nothing in there yet. And nothing in there yet for yellow raspberries. Now we're at the bottom level. Okay, so this whole thing is full. Down here, I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to do liatris from seed. But guess what? I used the cold stratifying method, and they all started popping inside the bags with the paper napkins, with the wet paper napkin. So this is exciting. Liatris is beautiful. Doesn't look like that one's gonna make it. And Alex wanted to do apples, so guess what? He's got his cosmic crisp apples happening. One more liatris coming along. And these are all cucamelons. And this is my second round doing cucamelons because they're such tiny seed that some of them died. But this one is from the original batch and it's doing pretty good. And then we had a crazy windy day the other day and it snapped my Turk's turban squash. And I was like, oh, I hope I have another one for backup. And yes, I do. And look, it's got roots. It needs to go into another pot or into the ground. What do we got here? It's a little struggling sugar baby watermelon. I do not think it will survive. This is another striped zucchini. Joe Long Cayenne, orange pepper, yes to yellow, and Nan sweet, basil, clary sage. These are all Nan's cayennes, Anaheim chili. So these are little struggling seeds that finally popped. Anaheim chili, orange, burrito pepper, orange pepper, 3 Aleppo peppers, and an Anaheim chili. And this is like all my big stuff that you can see, the stuff that has popped and the stuff that just isn't happening. Like the Jubilee watermelon, Haley's best melon, Dixie yellow zucchini. What's going on with that? The Moon and Stars watermelon, butternut, Iris's butternut squash, nothing. All the striped zucchini here. Dark green zucchini, honey girl melon, sugar babies, yellow watermelon. So all of this stuff has not popped, and maybe it will and maybe it won't. We're gonna keep trying. It's the same thing with this tray down here. What's going on with all my pickling cukes? Nothing is happening. And I did start some more Hopi squash in here because I figured I could put a whole bunch of them out on the new property. And I even took little maple seedlings and put them in pots so I can grow some maple trees. And this is just sedum, which is a perennial. This is a small little rhubarb that I found. More stuff that didn't want to pop, so I think I'm going to be done with hoping that these are going to pop. And yeah, so amazing. I'm glad that I started a whole bunch of extra stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of plants in a really small greenhouse, and I only paid $150 for that thing. But I'm certainly happy that we invested in that for this year. And over here on the deck, this is all Brussels sprouts, doing beautifully. And I started some purple globe alliums. They're beautiful, and I'm really hoping they pop because I paid some good money from a lady on Facebook. Passion flower, hyacinth bean, evening sunflower that needs to go into the ground today, chocolate sunflower. I'm really hoping for the passion flower. And I got some hyacinth beans that I've already planted. Evening sunflower, those have to go in the ground today. Giant gray stripe, all of those popped right away. Those are sunflower that I already have in the ground. M's chocolate sunflower, some of them are coming up. And the pug stole one of my tags, so that is a mystery over here. Over here in the shade I have mints, bee balm, and rosemary. Nothing happening really truly incredible yet. Ginger. In here I have baby's breath started. That's an annual. I got Swiss chard here, right here, so that's got to come out of here. I don't know what this is. See, weeds get in here. Don't want those in there. That's bib lettuce, doing okay. And I had pretty much filled this pot with lettuce seeds, so a lot of it didn't take. So I could probably just clean this up a bit. In here is the salad Burnett that Thorhaven Farm sent. That's doing good. I don't think this is supposed to be in here. If you know what that is, let me know. And this is my starter pot for Carenta spinach, doing beautifully. And it looks like I might have some coriander or something in here also. And maybe a marigold. Things happen. Down here I have some sage that might be starting right here. And in this one I have 2 different types of coneflower echinacea started. So those are all popping up. And dill. Up here I have all my Hopies that are going to want to get into the ground very soon. These ones I started a little bit later. That's why they're still in the paper cups, but these ones are the ones I started weeks and weeks ago. Big, huge, beautiful squash they produce. Over here we got echinacea. So some of them I cold stratified and some of them I did not. These ones are doing okay. One cabbage plant, gooseberry. I'm still hoping. The lavender, nothing happened with the lavender. One lonely Brussels sprout here, one over here, and this is broccoli, really tiny. Musselburgh leeks, some more blue lupins that I started. They all seem to be doing relatively okay. Some of them looks like they popped right out of the soil. Get back in there. When you start from seed, you pretty well gotta check your stuff every day. So I started a majority of my seeds inside in the grow tent that I have. Blanket flower is looking pretty good. And more blanket flower, which is a perennial. And this pot is all marigold starts. So these all have to be separated out. That's looking beautiful and lush. And here's another starter pot for more lettuce. And in here I have Rito red radish at the front, interspersed with beets. I have an Egyptian walking onion that needs to go to the back where the other ones are. Matador spinach, which this should all technically be put into individual pots. And right at the back, so this is all my cold weather crop stuff that tends to bolt early, and this is relatively in a very shady corner. So the cilantro is doing pretty good, so we'll have that for salsa. And it's also that time of year when you get your volunteer sunflower plants and other plants too. In here I have some peas. Some of them have not even emerged yet, and I don't know if they will, so I'm gonna have to soak some more peas today. And more spinach, just where I started it off. So that's what I got starting from seed. So I think it's pretty exciting. It's a lot of work, but is it worth it? Heck yeah, it is certainly worth it, and I appreciate everybody who sent seeds for the seed swap. Next year we're gonna do it again, and it's gonna be bigger and better. Can't wait. So I also have other stuff that I planted direct sown into the garden, but that'll be part of the garden tour video sometime at the beginning of June. So I won't show you that in this video. In here I have more ground cherries and beans that need to get into the ground today. So that's it, my little greenhouse tour, what we have grown from seed. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it motivates some of you to grow a little bit more next year. Thank you for watching. Northern Girl out.